Welcome to Aptitude Class Guru. In today's video, we are going to discuss about Capgemini pseudocode paper which held on 26th August 2020 paper explanation. So without any delay, let's get started. Look at the problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode for a equal to 50? Integer function of integer a, okay, here a value will be 50 and integer b as defined and set b equal to 10, so b value is set to 10. Return a minus b, simply this function returning the value a minus b, right? So what is the value of a? It's 50 and it's returning minus 10. Why? Because b value is 10. So 50 minus 10, simply the answer is 40. The next one, what will be the output of the following pseudocode? Okay, integer a, b, c, d, 4 variables has defined. B value is 6, A value is 8 and C value is 2 and D value is 1. If B cap A mod C equals 0, just look at this condition. If this condition is true, then D plus 1 will be performed, else D minus 1 will be performed, such that the D value is 1. The answer is 2 or 0. We have to find it. Let's go with the condition. The condition is given as A cap B. The cap is nothing but XOR operation. What is meant by XOR operation? We have to convert the variables into binary and we have to check for the XOR. What is the output of the XOR? If both the inputs are different, then only the output will be true. Such that, what is the value of B? It is 6, right? In binary number system, 6 was represented as 110. And how A will be represented as? 8 will be represented as 1000. So, here I am placing some 0 in front of 110. So you have to perform the XOR operation among these two binary values such that if both the inputs are different, the output will be true. Such that here the value is 1, 10 different, so value is 1, both are different, so value is 1, both are same, so value is 0. 1110 is nothing but 8 plus 4 plus 2. Which is nothing but answer is 14. 14 mod C. What is meant by 14 mod C? So what is the C value? It's 2, right? So 14 mod 2. What is meant by mod? Mod is nothing but which results the remainder, right? So 14 is divided by 2. The remainder will be 0. Such that here left hand side of the comparison operator is 0 as well as right hand side of the comparison operator also 0. So both are equals. So if condition satisfies, the control will enter into the if condition statements. So D equal to D plus 1. What is value of D? It's 1. We are adding 1 to it. So D value is now 2 and else part it will not be executed. The if condition is ended here and you have to print D. What is the value of D now? It is D plus 1 such that 2 is the answer. Let's look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Again some instruction is given. Integer A1 and P has given. Set A1 equal to 8. P equal to A1 plus 5 by 7 star 4, which is nothing but it's a multiplication operation and it's a division operation. We all know that according to the BODMAS rule, highest priority is multiplication and division and least priority is subtraction, such that first we have to perform multiplication and divisions. But here both are given. What we have to perform? We have to perform from left to right. So first you have to perform 5 by 7. What is the result of the 5 by 7? It's nothing but 0. Why? Because it will give us the coefficient value. Integer coefficient is 0. 0 into 4 again 0. So the total value here it is 0 such that P equal to A1. If P equal to A1, then what is print P star 8, which is nothing but P into 8. What is the value of P? It is 8 and 8 into 8, answer is 64. Just look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer x, y, z. So 3 variables given. X equal to 0 and y equal to 1. Okay. For each z from 0 to 2. So how many times the loop will run? It is 3 times. Why? Because z value is starting from 0 and it will end with 2, 0 to 2. Okay, 3 times the loop will be run. These 3 times the internal statement behaves as x equal to x plus y plus z. So in first iteration, what is the value of x? It is 0. So 0 plus, what is the value of y? 1 plus, what is the value of z? It is also 0. So after completion of first iteration, the value of x will be 1. Whenever the loop enter into the second iteration, the z value will be 1. Already the x value is 1. So 1 plus, what is the value of y? It doesn't changes. So 1. What is the value of z now? In second iteration, z incremented to 1. So now the z value is 1. So total it is equal to 3. So now after completion of second iteration, the value of x is 3. What is the next iteration? The z will be 2. So this is the last iteration. We are going to perform this code. So x value, it's already 3. So 3 plus, what is the value of y now? It is 1, right? And what is the z value? It is now 2. Total value of x now 3 plus 1 plus 2. At the third iteration, the x value become 6. Now the x value becomes 6. So he has printing some value of x. So answer will be 6. Let's look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudo code for b equal to 18? Integer, calculate of integer b. If b equals 1, return 0, such that if b equal to 1, the program will be ended here. Else, return 5 plus calculate of b by 2. So again, recursive function is the concept here. Just look at it. Now b value is 18, right? Control will go to the if statement. B equals to 1. B equal to 1 is fails. So it will runs the else part. Return 5 plus. So answer is 5 plus. What is the calculate of b by 2? b will be divided by 2. The coefficient will be 9. So here it is calling calculate 9. So again the function will calls itself such that now integer calculate of b value is now it's 9, and it will check for the if condition. If b equals 1, 9 not equals 1, so this statement will not execute, else part will be executed. Again return 5 plus, again the calculate b by 2. What is the value of b now? It's a 9. 9 by 2 is nothing but 4.5. Here we are accepting the integer values, not decimal values, right? So the 4.5 became 4 itself. So now the b value is not 9, it's 4. Now again it is calling itself. So b value is 4, b not equal to 1. Again this condition will not execute, and else part will be executed. Again 5 plus, now b value is 4. What is 4 by 2? It is 2, right? So again this function is called b value 2, b not equal to 1, such that else part will be executed. Again 5 plus calculate 2 by 2. What is 2 by 2? The coefficient is 1. Calculate of 1. Now the b value is 1. If b equals 1, return 0, such that this function is returning 0. This is the recursive function's output. What is the output? 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, 4 times. So the answer will be 20. Just look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer a, k, m, n, 4 variables given. A value is 10, 10 by 4 exactly cancels 2 times. So k value is 2. Why? Because it is integer type. So k value is 2. What about m value? M equal to 2 by 1, such that m value also 2. Why? Because 2 by 1 doesn't matters. M also 2. For each n equal to 1 to m, what is the value of m? It's 2, right? So this loop runs for 2 times. For n equal to value 1, it runs. For n equal to 2, it runs. And for this 2 times, he is printing m plus 3 and n plus 3. What is the value of m? It is 2. And he is printing with adding of 3, such that in the first iteration, the output will be 5. And the next n plus 3, what is the value of n? Initially it is set to 1, right? Now the value of n is 1. 1 plus 3, 4. So in first iteration, the output will be 5, 4. In second iteration, for n equal to 2, what is the m value? M value again 2, it doesn't changes. Why? Because he is printing just m plus 3. It's not incremented the value of m. He is just printing the value of m. So m plus 3, which is nothing but 2 plus 3, again 5. And now n value is incremented 1 to 2, right? So now n value is 2 and we have to add 3. So the final output is 5. So 5455 is the answer. Just look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer a comma b. Set a equal to 10, b equal to 10. Okay, a value, b value all are equal. A equal to a and b. What is this AND operator? Which is nothing but it is called as bitwise AND operator. If double AND was given, it is logical AND operator. which performs on true or false condition, but when single AND is given, it is a bitwise operator. It performs on individual bits of the binary number. It works on individual bits of the binary number. So first you have to convert the given number to binary, and each and every bit you have to compare with each other. So let's look at it. A, what is the value of A? It's 10, right? What is the value of 10 in binary? It's 1010. And B also 10. So A value is 1010. So B value also 1010. In bitwise AND operator, the truth table is if both the inputs are true, then only the output will be true, or else in all other conditions output always 0, such that when you look at it, both are input true, so answer is true. Both the inputs are false, so output false. Both the inputs are 1, so output 1. Both the inputs are zeros, so output also 0. So when you are using bitwise operator among the same number, the result also become the same number. Binary 1010 equal to integer value of 10. So if both the inputs are same, when you are performing the bitwise operator, the result also same. So A and B also equal to A. B and 10. B also 10, which is nothing but which is equal to 10 or B. Anything is fine. So value doesn't changes. B ampersand A. B ampersand A also same, which is nothing but B value 10, A value 10, which is equal to again A. B ampersand 10, again this is equal to 10. So all these arithmetic operations are having same values as a 10. So the actual value of A and B are doesn't changes because of this bitwise operator. So all are equal. So what is the value of A plus B? A value remains same 10, B value also remains same 10. So the value will be 20. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer A, B, C, B equal to 1 and C equal to 1. For each A from 1 to 3, how many times this loop will be run? 3 times, right? Why? Because for value A equal to 1, for value A equal to 2, for a value A equal to 3. 3 times the loop will run. Let's look at it. For A, for the first iteration, what are the changes occurred in the loop? B equal to B greater than 1. What is meant by B greater than 1? It's a right shift operator, right? Right shift operation will decrease the value of the number. So I already told you that if it is a right shift operation, you have to divide it by 2. How many times? 1 time. Why? Because it is shifted by 1 time. So 1 by 2. B value is 1 and you have to divide by 2, which results the answer integer 0, such that after the first iteration B value is 0. And what is about C value? C equal to C left shift less than what is the value of B now? It is 0. So what is C less than 0? C less than 0 equal to C itself. Why? Because left shift operation by 0 bits he has said. So C doesn't change us. What is the value of C? 1 itself. So C equal to 1. This is the values of B and C in the first iteration. And when I enter into the second iteration, what is the B value? It's already become 0. So if you perform any right shift operation, it remains same. B equal to 0. If B equal to 0, C less than 0 remains also same. Again C equal to 1. Again in third iteration also, B greater than 1. 0 cannot be divided by any number. It remains same. B value is 0. And again in the third iteration, C less than 0. C less than 0 nothing but Z remains same as 1. So all the 3 iterations were completed. The values of B and C remain same as 0, 1, and he is printing B plus C. What is the value of B? It is 0. It is 0 and C value is 1. So the output will be 1. Let's look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer A comma B. For each A from 0 to 2. For each B from 0 to A. Print laptop and for. Okay. So how many times the loop will run? How many times the laptop will be printed is the main agenda of our code, such that just look at it. How many times the first loop will run? For A value 0, 1, 2, the loop will be run. So 3 times the external loop will be run, and how many times the internal loop will run, we'll see. For a equal to 0, each b from 0 to a, which is nothing but 0 to 0 first time, so it will run only one time in the situation of 0. So a value will be incremented by 1, so again the second iteration starts. Now a value is 1 and the internal loop for each b from 0 to, now a value is 1, so this loop will run for 2 times in second iteration, such that 2 times the laptop will be printed. First time printed for value a equal to 0 and 2 times for a value of a equal to 1. When this loop was terminated, again control will go to the external for loop. So whenever external for loop will be executed, now the a value will be 2. It will enter into the third iteration. A equal to 2, so now a value is 2. Again for loop will be executed and b has to run from 0 to 2. So now 3 times will execute. So again 3 times the laptop will be printed. So total how many times the laptop was printed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer is 6. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer a comma p, okay, a equal to 5. So a value is given. A equal to a plus 1. So what is the value of a now? It's 6. A equal to a star 2. So now value of a is 12. A equal to a by 2. So again 12 divided by 2, the coefficient is 6. So value of a is 6 now. P equal to a by 5 plus 6. Just remember that now the value of a is 6 and according to the BODMAS rule, this is the highest priority. What is the value of 6 by 5? It is 1, right? Why? Because p value is integer. We have to take the outputs as integers. So it is 1 plus how much number you have to add? 6. So 1 plus 6, the answer is 7. Next one, what will be the output of the following pseudocode? Okay, integer I comma k, k equal to 0 for each I from 3 and 4 to 3 cap 4. So just look at here, it is again bitwise operators. When you are performing bitwise operator conditions, I already told you that you have to convert them into the binary values. What is the binary value of 3? It's 1 1, right? What is the binary value of 4? It is 100. So in order to equal both of them, I am putting some 0. You have to perform bitwise AND operation. I already know that bitwise AND gives you the answer as 1 when and only both the inputs are 1. So what is the value now? 0 1, answer is 0. 1 0, answer is 0. 1 0, answer is 0. So all zeros. So 3 and 4 gives you the answer as 0. So the loop runs from 0 to, what is meant by 3 cap 4? 3 cap is nothing but XOR. What is meant by XOR? If both the inputs are different, then only the output is true. Such that what is the value of 3? Again it's 0 1 1. What is the value of 4? It's 1 0 0. If both the inputs are different, then output will be true, means nothing but 1. So 0 1, answer is 1. 1 0, answer is 1. 1 0, answer is 1. If you consider all 3 ones as binary, the actual value of 3 caps 4 is 7. Such that this loop runs from 0 to 7. Such that how many times? 0 to 7 means total 8 times this loop will run. In 8 times, he is doing which operation? K equal to k plus 1. So which is nothing but k is incremented by 1 for the 8 times. So 8 will be added to the k. What is the value of k? It is 0. So directly the answer is 8. Look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Int p, q, r, st. Okay. Q value is 12, r value is 3. Okay. While q greater than r minus 1. Whenever this condition fails, the loop terminates until these 3 instructions will be executed repeatedly. 12 is greater than 2. Why? Because q value is 12, r minus 1 value is 2. So the loop will be entered, and I am drawing some tabular format here in order to know the each and every variable value. R equal to r star 2. What is the value of r? It's 3. 3 star 2 is nothing but r value now 6. S equal to r plus q. What is the value of r? It is 6 now. And what is the value of q? It is 12 only. So s value equal to 6 plus 12, 18. Next, t equal to s mod 4. What is s? It's 18. Mod 4 is nothing but which results the remainder. When you divide 18 by 4, it will give you the remainder as 2. 2 plus r, what is the value of r? It's 6. So 2 plus 6, 8. So t value equal to 8. So after completion of first iteration, the values as indicated here. What is the value of q now? Q doesn't changes. 12 only. So 12 is greater than, what is the value of r now? It's 6. R minus 1 means 5. 12 is greater than 5. Condition is true. So the loop will execute again. R equal to R star 2. Now R value become 12. The next step is S equal to R plus Q. What is the value of R now? It's 12. What is the value of Q now? It is 12. So S value become 24. What about T? T equal to S mod 4. What is the value of S? It's 24, right? 24 by 4. The answer is 0. Why? Because the remainder is 0. Plus R. What is the value of R? 12. So T equal to R simply. In the second iteration, again the while condition. What is the value of Q? Remains same, 12. And what is the value of R now? 12, but here minus 1. So 12 is greater than 11 is true, such that again loop will be executed. Now R became 24. Why? Because 2 times. Next S became 24 plus P. What is P value? It's 12. So S equal to 36. Then what is the value of T now? 36 by 4. Mod is nothing but again remains 0 plus R. What is the value of R now? It's 24, right? So T equal to 24. And we will check for another while condition. Now P value is 12. What about R minus 1 value? Now value of R is 24, which is greater than 12, such that the loop will be terminated. So after 3 iterations, the loop was terminated, and he has given some instructions. If S is greater than T, what is the value of S now? It is 36. And what is the value of T now? It is 24. So if S is greater than T, yes, S is greater than T is true, then you have to print T, and the else part will be skipped. So what is the value of T? 24. So the answer is 24. Just look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Set A equal to 1, set B equal to 1, A equal to A cap 1 and 1 plus B cap 1 and 1. All this problem was based on bitwise operator, right? So we'll directly go through the bitwise operator. What is this symbol reflects? XOR. If the both the inputs are same, the XOR reflects the answer as 0, right? So A is 1, 1 cap 1, which is nothing but XOR, output will be 0. Here the result is 0 and 1. What is the bitwise AND operator? If the both the inputs are true, then only the output is true, or else the result is 0. 0 and 1, which is equal to result 0. So total this expression resulted as 0 plus B cap 1. What is again XOR operation, and B value is 1. If both the inputs are same, the output will be 0 and 1. What is bitwise AND operator? If the both the inputs are not 1, then output will be 0. So 0 plus 0, the answer is 0. So A value equal to 0. So we initialized A as 1. Now A becomes 0 and B is remain same as 1, and is printing A plus B. What is the value of A plus B? 0 plus 1. Answer is 1. Just look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? So ABC is given. Set B equal to 300, A equal to 5 and C equal to 2. Okay. If B is greater than A, yes, B is greater than A. So 300 is greater than 5. So this is true. So B equal to A will be executed such that B value is now 5. Else part will be skipped. And this is the end of the if. So A value 5, B also become 5. For each B from 0 to 5, again B was initialized from 0 to 5 such that how many times the loop will be runs? 0 to 5 means 6 times, right? 6 numbers are there, 0 to 5. So 6 times the loop will run, and A will be incremented by 1 for each time. So that 6 times it will be incremented by 6 such that A value became after this loop is nothing but 5 plus 6. Why? Because A value is initially 5 and 6 times 1 is adding to A value such that 11 is the answer of A after completion of this loop. And finally is printing A plus C. What is the value of A? It's 11. What is the value of C? It is 2. So if both are added, The answer will be 13. Look at the next problem. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer a of 5 comma k, set a of 5 equal to 1 2 3 4 5. So array is initialized and array values 1 2 3 4 5 is given. So index values like 0 1 2 3 4. Don't confuse among the array indices. Okay, they are very crucial. For each k from 0 to 4, okay, k value is operating from 0 to 4. If k mod 2 equals to 0, so if k is divisible by 2, which is nothing but k is even number. So whenever the k is even number, he is doing multiplication of with 2 or else print a of k. So if k is even number, we have to double the number. If k is not a even number, so it is an odd number, you have to directly print the value of a of k. So let's start. What is a of 0? 0 mod 2 equals to 0. Why? Because 0 mod by 2 also equal to 0, such that you have to double it. So first you have to multiply 1 by 2. So 2 comma. Next position is odd position. So directly you have to print. Next position is even position. You have to double it. Next position is odd position. You have to write it as same. Next position is even position. So you have to double it again. 2 comma 2 comma 6 comma 4 comma 10 is the answer, which is nothing but fourth option. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel to get more videos. Okay, I would like to announce you one thing, that soon I am going to start the TCS NQT training program in our YouTube channel. Please do subscribe for get more TCS NQT model questions.